are the gustiest, the cakes are the rustiest, the pies are the crustiest, the songs the lustiest, the friends the trustiest way.
It's been 10 long, painful years since Fallout 2 was released to eager RPG fans. Since then, the series was picked up by Bethesda, creators of The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, who decided to take Fallout 3 on a different route. To the dismay of purists, the turn-based, tactical, top-down gameplay of the originals was scrapped in favor of a first-person adventure in a large, open world. There were more differences from the original two games than there were similarities, and the title, Oblivion with Guns, was quickly applied to the game. Some called it a Game of the Year contender, some called it blasphemy, and no one could wait to get their hands on it. The game takes place in the ruins of Washington, D.C., now referred to as the Capital Wasteland, after a large nuclear war obliterated society some 200 years prior. The actual story itself is short when compared to most RPGs, but it's interesting enough to serve as an excuse to explore the wasteland. Fallout 3 has a unique take on customization and character creation. The game's opening actually takes place in a delivery room, as your mother gives birth to you, and the beginning tutorials are held within the walls of Vault 101, as you grow up and are raised by your father, voiced by Liam Neeson.
As far as I can tell, you're a perfectly healthy 16-year-old boy.
You're awoken at the age of 19 by another Vault Dweller, who informs you that your father has left the Vault, and after living your entire life inside, you're sent out to find him.
Hold it right there! Criminy, more rubbish!
There's more where that came from!
Fallout 3 runs on the same engine that Oblivion did and looks very similar. The graphics are dark and gritty, and the environments look appropriately desolate. The game also has its share of blood and gore, so fans of excessive violence will be happy to hear that they should be well served. Seriously. There's even a weapon called the Fat Man, which launches a small, tactical nuclear strike at an enemy. That's how over the top it can get. The interface is sleek, and most everything is mapped to your Pip-Boy 3000, an electronic PDA of sorts which displays inventory, quest, and map information. Players are able to fast travel between locations they have already visited, which cuts down on needless wandering, while taking away from the abandoned feel of the world. There isn't really much fear of being stranded with no health or ammunition when you could always zip back to town and sleep, returning all of your hit points. While most of the game is polished, there are some issues that can be annoying from time to time. Many characters share voice actors, and the voices sometimes sound overproduced. I find it hard to believe that half the slavers in Paradise Falls sound like they're from the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Leave me alone, someone might see us.
There are also issues with graphical pops, especially when buildings appear on the horizon. Neither of these take away from the game much, but every blemish on a product so good is noticeable. Bethesda did an amazing job of bringing the dreadful world of Fallout to the current generation, and while it isn't as large as other open-world titles are, it's definitely packed with more content.
Look out!
From corner to corner, the world is populated with imaginative cities and inhospitable landscapes. There are dozens of different quests that will have you exploring the far reaches of the wasteland. So many, in fact, that there's a good chance you won't find many of the people, areas, items, or quests in a single playthrough. Missions can be completed in a number of different ways depending on which skills the player focused on. They could use their speech skill to ask someone for information, their science skill to hack a computer during the night, or their weapon skill to shoot them in the head, hoping to find a clue hidden on their body. There's never a time where the player feels like they aren't able to complete something due to the way they built their character, and each path has interesting and rewarding results.
A room and some company will run you 120 caps.
Every level also allows players to pick perks, which can be used to further customize their character. There are over 50 perks to choose from, ranging from Gun Nut, which simply puts more points into different weapon skills, to more impactful bonuses, like Mysterious Stranger, giving players their own personal guardian angel. Combat is a focus in Fallout 3, and Bethesda has found a nice medium between turn-based and real-time. Firing at enemies with weapons in first and third person will do damage like normal, but they also have access to the Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. Tapping a button shifts into first person and allows for precise aiming at different body parts, causing a number of different effects. Headshots are usually the quickest way to get a kill, but aiming at the legs can slow an enemy, and the arms can disarm them. During these sequences, the camera pulls to third person and shows the mayhem from an opportune position. Sometimes, cameras can often get locked behind a wall or enemy, glitch into a table, or show the scene from another inconvenient location.
Here we go! Punk. Tough guy, huh?
Fallout 3 portrays a world that no one wants to live in, where there are extremely difficult decisions to make, and the line between good and evil is very blurry. Before long, I found myself killing strangers for stim packs and stealing ammunition from merchants, all the while actually trying to justify it to myself. I usually make choices in games similar to what I believe I do in reality, and by the end of Fallout 3 I was trading slaves and detonating nuclear warheads in cities for a warm bed to sleep in. Fallout 3 gives an incredibly bleak outlook on the future of humanity, all the while roping me in closer than just about any title has in the past few years. It's a game everyone should play, if not just to find out who they really are, and to learn what life would be like if we finally had to duck and cover.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover.
Cover.